The purpose of this video is to make a chart so you can answer all the basic questions about DNA viruses. Before I go into detail, I want to clarify one thing. Here you have the genetic material. Surrounding the genetic material is the capsid. This is the capsid. And there's also a possibility that you can have an envelope surrounding the capsid. I'm going to make the envelope in yellow. So this is the envelope in yellow. So here's a naked, this is called a naked virus, and this is with an envelope. Now that this is clear, let's talk about classification. So basically you have two kinds of classification. The big one is either your envelope is isocohedral, which is again the shape of the capsid, or it is a complex shape. Again, this part refers to capsid. Shape of the capsid. So there are two types, and luckily there's only one DNA virus that is complex, and that is your Pox virus that causes smallpox. Another thing to note about this virus is that it replicates in the cytoplasm. So I'm going to draw this nucleus, a cell here. Here's the nucleus in cytoplasm. All the other DNA viruses are isocohedral. Now we are focused our attention on the isocohedral viruses. We are going to we're going to subdivide this further into two categories. One of them is single-stranded and the other one is double-stranded. Double-stranded, and I'm going to draw that right here as a double-stranded, and this one is single-stranded. Thing to notice is that there's only one DNA virus that is single-stranded, and that is called a parvovirus. Parvovirus. And because it's so small, you can also assume that it is going to be naked. Smallest. Okay. Similarly, the one that is most complex is actually going to also be enveloped, because you can think of it, it's very complex, so this is going to be enveloped. Now, we know that there's only one single-stranded virus, that's the parvovirus. There's only one DNA virus that has a complex capsid, and that is the Pox virus. And actually, I apologize, this should be capsid, not caspid. So sorry about that. Capsid. Okay. And now moving on to the double-stranded viruses. So now we're going to further subdivide them into two. Naked and the ones with an envelope. Viruses that are naked, there's only a few of them, luckily. These are the papovirus, and also the adenovirus. The viruses that are enveloped are going to be your herpes virus and also your hepatitis. Thing to notice about I'm going to draw this DNA here. You can see that it's supercoiled because the papovirus has a supercoiled DNA. The hepatitis has a DNA that is partially double-stranded. So to do that, you can tell that it's partially double-stranded. This area is not. This area is single-stranded. Oops, what happened? Excuse me. This area is single-stranded right here. Another thing to note about the virus is this is what's called the hepatitis B. And I'm going to draw a liver here so that you have an idea that this causes liver cancer. Herpes virus is actually, as you know, it has many, many different types of viruses. HSV1 through HSV8. And that includes obviously varicella, EBV, cytomegalovirus, and others. So this should give you a good idea of how to classify different types of viruses as you study. Good luck.